All right, let's do this. Welcome to the first glimpse of The Power of Stoic Wisdom, your daily guide to inner peace and resilience. Introduction. Finding your anchor in a stormy world. Life. It's a roller coaster, isn't it? Ups, downs, twists, turns. And sometimes you feel like you're spinning out of control. We're bombarded with messages telling us to be happier, richer, more successful. But what happens when reality doesn't match those shiny, perfect images? What happens when setbacks hit and the weight of the world feels too heavy? This book isn't about quick fixes or empty promises. It's about something deeper, something more lasting. It's about tapping into the power of Stoicism, a philosophy that's been helping people navigate life's challenges for centuries. Don't let the word philosophy scare you off. This isn't some dusty academic text. We're not going to get lost in abstract theories. Instead, we're going to explore practical wisdom presented in everyday language that you can use today to improve your life. Think of Stoicism as a mental and emotional toolkit. Inside, you'll find tools to handle stress, build resilience, manage your emotions, and find lasting peace. It's about learning to focus on what you can control, accepting what you can't, and developing the inner strength to face whatever comes your way. The power of Stoic wisdom isn't designed to be read cover to cover in one sitting. It's designed to be a daily companion, a source of inspiration and guidance you can turn to whenever you need it. Each chapter offers a simple yet profound lesson from Stoic philosophy, along with real-world examples and practical exercises to help you integrate it into your daily life. What can you expect to gain from this book? Greater emotional resilience. Learn to weather life's storms with greater calm and composure. Gain tools to manage difficult emotions like anger, fear, and anxiety. Increased self-control. Develop the discipline to resist impulsive reactions and make choices that align with your values. Improved perspective. Gain a broader understanding of life and your place in it. Learn to appreciate what you have and focus on what truly matters. Enhanced decision-making. Make clearer, more rational decisions by learning to separate emotions from logic. Reduced stress and anxiety. Discover practical techniques for managing stress and anxiety and finding inner peace even in challenging circumstances. A stronger sense of purpose. Connect with your values and live a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. This journey isn't about becoming emotionless robots. It's about learning to master your emotions rather than letting them master you. It's about living a life of purpose, integrity, and resilience. It's about finding your inner anchor so that you do not sway with the wind. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and prepare to discover the power of Stoic wisdom. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey towards inner peace and resilience? I think you are. All right, champion, let's get pumped. You're holding in your hands the key to unlocking a life of unshakable strength and unbelievable peace. We're diving headfirst into the understanding the Stoic mindset, what it means for you. And trust me, understanding this is like getting the ultimate cheat code for life. Forget the old dusty images of grumpy philosophers in togas. Stoicism isn't some outdated relic. It's a toolkit, a super practical philosophy for thriving in the chaos of the 21st century. It's not about suppressing emotions or becoming some emotionless robot. It's about understanding them, managing them, and not letting them control you. What is it then? At its heart, Stoicism is about virtue, reason, and acceptance. These are our building blocks, our power-ups. Virtue. Think of virtue as your inner compass, always pointing you towards what's right, what's good, what's honest. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, even when no one's watching. It's about being kind, being fair, being courageous in the face of adversity. Imagine a student, Alex, who finds a lost wallet full of cash. A non-virtuous person might keep the money. Alex, guided by his inner sense of right and wrong, tracks down the owner and returns it. That, my friend, is virtue in action. Reason. This is your superpower, your mental muscle. It's about using logic and critical thinking to navigate the world. It's about stepping back from knee-jerk reactions and making decisions based on facts, not just feelings. Imagine you get negative feedback at work. Your first instinct might be to get angry and defensive. But a Stoic uses reason. They analyze the feedback objectively, identify areas for improvement, and use it as an opportunity to grow. Acceptance. Now, this isn't about rolling over and giving up. It's about recognizing what's within your control and what isn't. You can control your actions, your thoughts, your reactions. You can't control the weather, other people's opinions, or the past. Think of driving in traffic. Getting angry and honking your horn won't make the traffic disappear. Accepting the situation and choosing to listen to an audiobook or practice deep breathing will make the experience much less stressful. Why is this relevant now? Because we're bombarded with information, expectations, and pressures from every direction. We're constantly told what to want, what to fear, and how to feel. Stoicism gives you the tools to stand firm, to define your own values, and to live a life guided by your own principles. It hands you the controls back to your own life. So, are you ready to grab these controls and take charge? All right, champs, let's HIT this. Welcome to Chapter 2, Control What You Can, the first step to freedom. Listen up. How many times have you felt completely stuck, spinning your wheels, totally frustrated? I bet it's because you were trying to wrangle things you simply can't control. That's like trying to herd cats, exhausting and pointless. The secret, my friends, the golden ticket to a more peaceful and powerful life, is understanding what truly is within your grasp and what isn't. This is the dichotomy of control. It's the Stoic superpower. Think of it this way. You can't control the weather. You can't control traffic jams. Ugh. You certainly can't control what Brenda from accounting thinks about your new haircut. But you can control how you react to those things. This is where the magic happens. Your thoughts, your actions, your reactions. These are your domain, your territory. These are the things you have absolute power over. Own them. Imagine a basketball player. They can't control if the referee makes a bad call, or if the other team is having a hot streak. But they can control their effort, their attitude, and their focus on the next play. That's where their power lies. Here's a challenge for you. Starting right now, make a list. Split it into 2 columns. Things I can control and things I can't control. Be brutally honest. In the can control column, you might have your effort at work, your exercise routine, your reactions to insults, the books you read, the type of food you eat, the amount of sleep you get. In the can control column, you'll probably have the economy, other people's opinions of you, the past, the actions of your neighbors, the outcome of sporting events. Now here's the kicker. Circle everything in the can control column. Those are your PowerPoints. That's where you need to focus your energy. Stop wasting time and mental energy stressing about the uncontrollables. Let them go. Let's say you're stuck in a traffic jam. We've all been there. Instead of raging and feeling helpless, you can choose to listen to an audiobook, practice deep breathing, or call a friend. You can't control the traffic, but you can control your experience of it. See the difference? Embrace this principle. It's not easy, but it's incredibly empowering. Each time you feel stressed or anxious, ask yourself, can I control this? If not, why am I wasting my energy worrying about it? Practice this daily. Feel the anxiety fade. Feel the power surge. You are the captain of your ship, the master of your fate. Take control of what you can, and watch your freedom skyrocket. Now go out there and crush it! All right, champions. Let's dive headfirst into Chapter 3, The Power of Perspective, Seeing Challenges as Opportunities. Listen up. Life throws curveballs. We all know that. But it's not the what that matters, it's how we see it. This chapter is all about grabbing the steering wheel of your perspective and driving yourself towards a brighter, more powerful you. Think of it like this. Imagine you're planning a picnic. You pack everything, get to the park, and bam, it starts to rain. A negative Nancy would sulk, pack up, and declare the day ruined. But you, my friend, a perspective master, see an opportunity. Maybe you find a cozy cafe, enjoy a delicious meal with your family, read books together, strengthening bonds you didn't even know were there possible. See? Same rain, totally different outcome because of your choice of perspective. Perspective isn't some magical fairy dust. It's a skill. It needs to be practiced, honed, and sharpened. So how do we do that? First, reframe the narrative. Instead of saying, this is a disaster, tell yourself, okay, this is a challenge. What can I learn from this? How can I grow? Here's another example. Maybe you don't get the promotion you wanted at work. Ouch, that stings. But instead of spiraling into self-doubt, reframe it. Perhaps the universe is nudging you towards something bigger, something better. Maybe this setback is setting you up for a job you truly love or starting your own business. Instead of just focusing on what you lost, see it as space opening up for what you stand to gain. Consider it free training time, an opportunity to learn more and grow even further. Look for the hidden gifts. Adversity often disguises opportunities. Maybe a failed project leads to new connections. A canceled vacation leads to rediscovering your hometown. Or being laid off leads to the business you always dreamed of working at or owning. The point is this: things happen for us, not to us. Bottom line, perspective is power. It's the superpower to choose your reality, to find the good even in the bad, and to transform obstacles into stepping stones. So next time life throws you a lemon, grab it, squeeze it, and make some kick-ass lemonade. Because you control how you react and how you feel. Now go out there and change your perspective and change your life. You got this. All right, champions. Let's dive headfirst into Chapter 4, Living in Accordance with Nature, Finding Harmony with the World. Listen up, because this isn't about hugging trees, though, hey, if you feel like it, go for it. This is about something much deeper, understanding your place in the grand scheme of things and rocking it. The Stoics believed we're all interconnected parts of a massive, beautiful machine, the universe. Living in accordance with nature means understanding the natural laws at play. Think of it like this. You wouldn't try to swim upstream forever, would you? At some point, you recognize the strength of the current and adjust your strategy. Similarly, understand the natural order. Things change. Seasons change. Life throws curveballs. Don't fight it. Instead, flow with it. Adapt. This applies internally too. What's your nature? Are you naturally creative? Then create. Are you naturally empathetic? Then connect with others. Don't force yourself into a mold that doesn't fit. Discover your strengths and use them to contribute positively to the world. And speaking of contributing, living in harmony with nature isn't just about personal growth. It's also about social responsibility, care for our environment, our community. Simple acts of kindness can ripple outwards, creating positive change, like helping a neighbor or picking up trash in a park. John, a financial consultant, was constantly stressed about maximizing profits. He started integrating the natural rule of accepting what is the current market into his life. He started accepting any kind of market changes and work accordingly. This significantly reduced his stress and made him more effective. Don't just exist, thrive, be a force for good. Live passionately, authentically, and in harmony with the world around you and within you. Understand your nature, use your strengths. Now go out there and make a difference. Maze. All right, champions. Get ready to unleash your inner hero. Chapter 5. The Importance of Virtue, Building a Strong Character. Listen up, because this is where you forge yourself into someone truly legendary. We're talking about virtue, the bedrock of a solid, unshakable character. Forget fleeting popularity or shallow wins. Virtue is what defines you when no one's watching. The Stoics gave us a roadmap, and it's time to hit the road. Think of virtue as your inner compass, always pointing you toward true north. The Stoics identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Let's break them down and see how these translate into real-life superpowers. Wisdom. This isn't about memorizing facts. Nah, it's about seeing the world clearly, understanding what truly matters, and making the right decisions even when it's tough. Wisdom is about asking yourself, what's the best course of action here, considering the big picture? John, your coworker who always jumps to conclusions, he could use a bigger dose of this. Instead of reacting, cultivate the pause, take a breath, think, then act. Courage. Being brave isn't about feeling fearless. It's about acting despite your fear. It's about standing up for what's right, even when you're the only one. It's about taking calculated risks to pursue your goals. Mary, who dreamed of starting her own business. She felt scared, terrified even, but she gathered her courage, built a plan, and launched. Courage isn't about being a superhero. It's about being your own hero. Justice. This is about treating everyone fairly and equitably. It's about holding yourself accountable, standing up for the vulnerable, and fighting for what's right. It means playing by the rules, even when you know you could cut corners and nobody would notice. Think about that time you were tempted to gossip about a friend. Justice whispers, "Is this fair? Is this kind? Is this necessary?" Temperance, not just about avoiding that extra slice of pizza, though that helps. It's about moderation in all things. It's about controlling your impulses, managing your emotions, and finding balance in your life. Think of a guy who's always losing his temper. Where does it get him? Temperance helps you keep a cool head, even when things get heated, so you can make better choices. These 4 virtues aren't just ideals. They're muscles you need to exercise daily. Start small. Make a conscious effort to act with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in every interaction. Challenge yourself. Reflect on your actions at the end of each day. Virtue isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's about striving to be a better version of yourself every single day. And trust me, champions, the rewards, inner peace, true fulfillment, a character that shines, are worth every ounce of effort. Now go out there and build a character that will stand the test of time. All right, folks, buckle up. We're diving deep into a life-changing concept: acceptance. Chapter 6. Acceptance. Embracing what is and finding peace. Listen, life throws curveballs, big ones. Things happen that are unfair, unwanted, and downright painful. The Stoics knew this, and they weren't about denying reality. They were about acceptance. Acceptance isn't about rolling over and playing dead. It's not about saying, "Oh, well, guess this is just my fate." No way! It's about acknowledging the reality of what is, freeing up your energy to focus on what you can control. Think of it like this. You're planning a picnic, but it starts raining. You can rant, rave, and get soaked in the downpour. Or you can say, "Okay, it's raining." Picnic's off. Then bam! Problem-solving time. Maybe you move the picnic indoors, or plan a fun movie marathon instead. Acceptance opened the door to a new solution. Grief, disappointment, frustration. These are powerful emotions. Denial only prolongs the suffering. Acceptance allows you to process these feelings, learn from them, and eventually move forward. Practical tools for the journey. Acknowledge the feeling. Don't suppress. Name it. "I'm feeling angry," or "I'm feeling sad." Simply recognizing the emotion is the first step. Ask yourself, can I change this situation? If the answer is no, direct your energy away from resistance. Focus on what you can influence. Even in the bleakest circumstances, there's always something you can control: your attitude, your actions, your reactions. Practice gratitude. Yes, even now. Find small things to be thankful for. It shifts your perspective. Meditation/mindfulness. Train your mind to be present. When you're truly in the moment, you're less caught up in regretting the past or fearing the future. Reframe the narrative. Can you find any potential benefits within the situation? Acceptance is not easy. It's a muscle you have to build. But let me tell you, the peace you'll find on the other side is absolutely worth the effort. It's about trading resistance for resilience and finding strength in the face of whatever life throws your way. Now go out there and embrace the power of what is. All right, champions, get pumped, because we're about to dive headfirst into one of life's biggest challenges: dealing with difficult people. Let's make sure we navigate these tricky waters with grace, strength, and a whole lot of Stoic wisdom. Chapter 7. Dealing with difficult people. Stoic strategies for relationships. Listen up, because let's be real, life is full of people who can push our buttons. Maybe it's the constantly complaining coworker, the overly critical family member, or the friend who always needs to one-up everyone. The Stoics knew this, and they equipped us with incredible tools to not just survive, but thrive in these interactions. First things first. Control what you can and can't. You can't change them, period. Trying to bend someone else to your will is like trying to stop the ocean with a teaspoon. Frustrating and ultimately fruitless. But you can control your reaction. That's where your power lies. Think of Marcus Aurelius, a powerful emperor disciplined in controlling his own emotions and responses. Effective communication. Master the art of communicating clearly and calmly. Express yourself honestly but avoid accusatory language. Example, instead of saying "you always interrupt me," try, "I've noticed I don't always get to finish my thoughts. I'd appreciate it if I could share without interruption." See the difference? It's direct, respectful, and focuses on your experience. Compassion, not anger. Yeah, no, it's easier said than done. But try to understand why someone might be behaving the way they are. Are they insecure, stressed, hurt? This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it does offer perspective. Remember, hurt people hurt people. This is not about condoning their actions, but understanding the root cause. Setting boundaries, this is huge. Protect your peace. Don't be afraid to say no, or limit your interactions with someone who consistently drains you. Example, if your uncle always brings up uncomfortable topics at family gatherings, politely excuse yourself when he starts those conversations. "Uncle, I'm going to grab some dessert so I can enjoy myself more." Boundaries are like fences. They keep the good stuff in and the bad stuff out. Empathy in action. Try seeing things from their point of view. This doesn't mean agreeing with them, but rather trying to understand their perspective. Even if you disagree vehemently, acknowledging their feelings, "I understand you're frustrated," can de-escalate a situation. Remember this, you are the master of your own domain. Difficult people don't have to steal your joy or disrupt your peace. Armed with these Stoic tools, you can navigate any relationship with strength, wisdom, and a whole lot of inner calm. Now go out there and own it. Alright, champion, let's tackle that monster under the bed. Fear and anxiety. This ain't just about reading, it's about grabbing life by the horns and staring down your doubts. Ready? Let's go! Chapter 8. Overcoming Fear and Anxiety. A Stoic Approach to Mental Resilience. Fear and anxiety. They're like those annoying pop-up ads in your mind, hijacking your attention and draining your energy. But guess what? We're about to install a powerful ad blocker, the Stoic mindset. First, understand this. Fear often stems from things we think might happen, not necessarily what is happening. It's our imagination running wild. Think about that job interview jitters. Are you actually being attacked by a lion? No! You're picturing worst-case scenarios. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what we can control and what we can't. We can't control the outcome of the interview, but we can control our preparation, our attitude, and how we respond. Focus your energy there. Challenge those negative thoughts. When anxiety strikes, ask yourself, what's the evidence for this thought? Is this a rational fear, or am I exaggerating? Often you'll find the fear is built on shaky ground. For example, John is anxious about giving a presentation. His thought, "I'm going to bomb. Everyone will laugh." Stop right there. He needs to ask himself, did he prepare adequately? What's the evidence to support that assumption? If he prepared well, his fear is likely just exaggerated. Practical exercise. Try negative visualization. Sounds depressing, right? Wrong. Stoics use this to prepare for potential setbacks. Think about what you fear happening. Then, consciously picture yourself coping with it effectively. This preemptive resilience building makes the actual event less daunting. Another technique, focus on what is in front of you. Breathe deeply, engage your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? This pulls you back to the present moment, where anxiety has less power. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Don't wait for the fear to disappear. Take action, even small steps. Each small win builds momentum and crushes anxiety's grip. You got this! Alright, champions, let's dive headfirst into Chapter 9, Managing Your Emotions, the Stoic Art of Self-Control. Emotions. We all have them. They can be thrilling, crushing, inspiring, terrifying, but they shouldn't control you. That's where the Stoic art of self-control comes in. We're not aiming for robotic detachment. We're aiming for mastery. First, observe without judgment. Picture yourself watching a movie. The characters are happy, sad, angry, whatever. You're observing, but you're not in the movie, unless it's really immersive. That's what you need to do with your emotions. Feel them, acknowledge them, but don't let them hijack your brain. Ah, I'm feeling anger rising. Interesting. Instead of reacting, you're observing. It's like being a scientist, studying a cool, complex phenomenon, which, let's face it, is exactly what your emotions are. Next, identify your triggers. What pushes your buttons? Is it criticism, traffic jams, bad news? Knowing your triggers is huge. It's like knowing the password to your emotional vault. Once you know it, you can guard against it. For example, if you know social media triggers your anxiety, limit your time on it. This isn't avoidance, it's proactive self-care. Now, the big one, respond with reason and wisdom. This is not about suppressing emotions. It's about choosing your response. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Your first instinct is rage. But take a breath. Ask yourself, is getting angry going to solve anything? Will it make me safer? Probably not. A Stoic response? Well, that was impolite. I hope they're not having an emergency. Then, move on. You've chosen reason over reaction. Finally, understand the difference between healthy and unhealthy expressions. Sadness is healthy after a loss. Blind rage at a minor inconvenience is unhealthy. Joy at achieving a goal is fantastic. Envy of someone else's success is less so. Healthy expressions are proportionate and constructive. Unhealthy expressions are excessive and destructive. Remember, this isn't a one-time fix, it's a continuous journey of self-discovery and practice. But every time you choose reason over impulse, every time you observe without judgment, you're building your Stoic muscle. And that muscle, my friends, is the muscle of true freedom. Now go out there and take control. All right, champions, let's dive headfirst into a topic that's going to flip your world upside down in the best possible way. Gratitude. Chapter 10. The Power of Gratitude. Appreciating what you have. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears and open your hearts. We spend so much time chasing the next big thing, the next promotion, the next anything, that we completely miss the incredible stuff we already have. Stoicism isn't about denying desires. It's about being wise enough to see that true happiness doesn't depend on them. Think about it. How many sunrises have you sleepily stumbled through without actually seeing them? How many warm meals have you scarfed down without truly tasting the flavor? We're surrounded by blessings, but we're often too distracted to notice. Stop. Now is the time to change that. Gratitude in the Stoic sense isn't just saying thank you. It's a conscious, deliberate act of acknowledging the good in your life, no matter how small. It's about shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. It's about recognizing that even in the midst of challenges, there's always something to be grateful for. Practical exercises for cultivating gratitude. The gratitude journal. Sounds simple, right? That's because it is. Every day, jot down 3 things you are grateful for. It could be anything. A good cup of coffee, a supportive friend, a sunny day. The key is to be specific and to actually feel the gratitude as you write. The Stoic inventory takes stock of your resources, not just material things, but your health, your skills, your relationships. Really appreciate them. Consider what it would be like to not have them. Suddenly, that working refrigerator seems a whole lot more impressive, doesn't it? Gratitude in action. Don't just think about being grateful, show it. A sincere thank you to the barista at your local coffee shop. A heartfelt letter to a family member. A small act of kindness for a stranger. These actions amplify your gratitude and spread positivity. Recognizing blessings we often take for granted. Breathing, sleeping, having clean water, the ability to read. These are miracles we often overlook. When we start to notice them, our perspective shifts dramatically. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong, we start to appreciate all that's going right. Remember, even a bad day is a blessing. Gratitude's impact on relationships. Think about how good it feels when someone genuinely appreciates you. Make it a habit to express your gratitude to the people in your life. Tell your partner how much you value their support. Thank your colleagues for their hard work. Recognition and appreciation are the cornerstones of strong, healthy relationships. Show kindness and be thankful to your loved ones. Finding joy in the simple things. The smile of a child, the warmth of the sun, the sound of rain. These simple pleasures are often the most meaningful. When we slow down and pay attention, we can find joy in the everyday moments that we usually rush past. Don't let the world speed you up too quickly. Find joy in the simple things of your life. There are plenty. Gratitude isn't some fluffy, feel-good concept. It's a powerful tool for building resilience, improving relationships, and finding lasting happiness. So let's get to work. Start noticing the good in your life right now. Your whole life is waiting for you. All right, champions, buckle up. We're diving headfirst into Chapter 11, Living with Purpose, Defining Your Values and Taking Action. Listen up, because this is where you stop drifting and start steering. You were born for more than just existing. You were born for purpose. But purpose isn't some magic fairy dust that sprinkles on you while you sleep. You gotta dig for it. First things first, values. These are your guiding lights, the principles you won't compromise. What truly matters to you? Honesty? Courage? Kindness? Think deeply, no fluff. Write down 3 to 5 of your core values. Now, the exciting part, the mission statement. This is your personal anthem, your declaration of intent. Example, to live with courage and kindness, inspiring others to find their own strength. Simple, powerful, yours. Craft yours right now. Feeling the heat? Good! Now it's action time. Values and mission statements are useless if they just sit on paper. Break down your big mission into small, actionable goals. Example, if your value is continuous learning, set a goal to read for 30 minutes every day. If it's helping others, volunteer on weekends. Small wins create momentum, big impact. Remember our Stoic friends? They knew that purpose wasn't about grand gestures or external validation. It was about living virtuously, day in, day out, making each decision align with your values. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It will not come. Start today. One small step at a time. Your purpose is waiting for you to unleash it. Let's go! All right, champion. Let's dive into Chapter 12, the Stoic practice of mindfulness, living in the present moment. Listen up, because this is where the rubber meets the road. You've got the power inside you to control your thoughts, your reactions, and ultimately, your life. But how do you grab that power? Mindfulness. It's not some fluffy, new age concept. The Stoics were all over this thousands of years ago. Mindfulness. In our world, it means pulling yourself out of the chaos of your mind, the endless worries about tomorrow, the regrets of yesterday, and planting yourself firmly in the now. Why bother with the now? Think about it. Where does life actually happen? Not in the past, not in the future. It only happens right here, right now. When you're constantly lost in thought, you're missing your life. You're watching it slip away like sand through your fingers. Stoicism shows that most worries are in our mind and not in reality. Mindfulness is the ultimate tool to reduce stress and worry. When you are mindful, you think about the present moment and not about something bad that happened or might happen. Stoic mindfulness in action, the simple toolkit. Okay, let's equip you with some simple Stoic-approved mindfulness exercises. The breath anchor, even just for 2 minutes. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes or not, it's up to you. Focus only on your breath. The sensation of air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and exhaling. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently guide it back to your breath. No judgment, just redirect. Think of the breath as an anchor, connecting you to the present, and the present has all that you need. Mindful observation. Take a walk, prepare lunch, do the dishes, or drinking you coffee. Really observe what you're doing. Notice the colors, the textures, the smells, the sounds. Engage all your senses. When you lose concentration, don't get frustrated with yourself. Just bring awareness back to the task at hand. See it, hear it, smell it, touch it. The Thought Watcher. Throughout the day, become an objective observer of your thoughts. Don't get carried away by them. Just notice them passing through your mind like clouds in the sky. Label them, worry, fear, judgment, and let them go. See these thoughts for what they are, and nothing more. Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind. It's about becoming aware of what's already there. It's about creating space between your thoughts and your reactions. Example. David tends to get very nervous when driving in the city. He decided to put into practice the strategy breath anchor, and he focused on his breathing during the journey by simply realizing the incoming air and the outflow of air. The power is yours. I know you have the power to practice mindfulness and to become a stronger, more resilient, and more present version of yourself. Start today, even just for a few minutes. It makes a huge difference. You got this. All right, champions. Let's talk. It's your favorite motivator here, ready to inject some serious Stoic fuel into your life. Today, we're diving headfirst into a topic most shy away from: facing mortality, finding meaning in a finite life. Boom! Yes, we are talking about death. Not in a gloomy, depressing way, no way, but in a way that ignites your life, in a way that makes you jump out of bed with zest and say, "Today I live!" See, the Stoics weren't about denying reality. They stared it right in the face. And what's more real than the fact that our time here is limited? Embrace it. Don't cower from it. Think about it once in a while. Remind yourself that this crazy, beautiful, messy journey will end. Why? Because acknowledging our mortality isn't morbid, it's motivating. It forces us to ask big questions. What truly matters? What impact do I want to have? What am I waiting for? Imagine a basketball game. You're down by 1 on the last second when you get the foul. If you know this would be only shot in your life, wouldn't you give all your effort to make it count? The Stoics ask those same questions, realizing that living as if we're immortal is a dangerous trap. We postpone dreams, tolerate nonsense, and waste precious moments. But when we recognize the clock is ticking, everything shifts. Forget the afterlife for a second. The Stoics had varied views on that. Focus on this life, this moment. Are you living it to its fullest potential? Are you creating a life worth remembering? Epictetus said something like, "Keep death daily before your eyes." Not to scare you, but to awaken you. To jolt you out of complacency and into action. Think about a great friend. Let's call him Alex. Alex one day gets a diagnosis of cancer on an advanced stage. He knows he have a limited time to live. But instead of giving up, he gets motivated to start his dream on traveling around the world. If Alex didn't face what waiting him in the future, he never was able to archive his dream. So let's not wait for a crisis to start living. Let's face mortality with open eyes, filled hearts, and a burning desire to make every single day count. Because you, my friend, are meant for something amazing. So go bring it into life. Now go make it happen. The clock is ticking. All right, champions, buckle up. You're about to arm yourselves with the ultimate comeback kit: Stoic resilience. Life throws punches, we all know that. But it's not about avoiding the blows. It's about how you get back on your feet, stronger and wiser. That's what separates the winners from the non-winners. And you, my friend, are a winner. Chapter 14, Building Resilience, Bouncing Back from Setbacks with Stoic Strength. So, what's the Stoic secret to bouncing back? It ain't magic. It's a mindset. It's about building inner steel using ancient wisdom. Learn from failure, the gold in the mud. Okay, you stumbled. Big deal. Don't wallow. Instead, ask yourself, what happened? What could I have done differently? Treat every setback as a priceless lesson, a golden nugget buried in the mud. Remember Marcus Aurelius's words. Our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or dispositions. It's about that inner intention, the unwavering desire to learn and grow. Adapt to change, be like water. Life is a river, constantly flowing, constantly changing. Resist it, and you'll get swept away. Embrace it. Be flexible, adaptable, like water which carves its way through the rock. Epictetus said, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well." Learn to see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth, for a new adventure. Maintain a positive attitude, the inner smile. This isn't about toxic positivity, folks. It's about finding the good even when things are tough. This is your superpower. Practice gratitude, focus on what you can control, and actively challenge negative thoughts. Remember, your attitude is a choice, a weapon you wield in the face of adversity. Self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Biggest mistake people make? They beat themselves up after a failure. No, treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Acknowledge your pain, forgive your mistakes, and remember you're human. Seneca said something like, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." It takes courage to start over. Remember, you are worthy of love, patience, and understanding from yourself. Social support. We are not alone. Stoicism isn't about being a lone wolf. Seek out your tribe. Lean on friends, family, mentors. Talking about your struggles can be incredibly powerful. Shared burdens are lighter burdens. Find individuals you can share your challenges, as this will provide different perspective you might have been overlooking. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about learning to rise, stronger and wiser, every single time. So go out there, face your challenges head on, and show the world what you're made of. You've got this. Now let's get after it. Boom! All right, champions, you've made it. You've journeyed through the core of Stoic wisdom, faced some tough truths, and hopefully started to see the world and yourselves in a whole new light. Now we conquer the final frontier, integrating all this goodness into your every single day. This isn't about reading a book and saying, "Cool, Stoicism, check." This is about living Stoicism. It's about transforming from a passive observer to an active force for good in your own life and the lives of those around you. So how do we do it? First, review those key principles. Understanding control, perspective, virtue, acceptance, gratitude, purpose, mindfulness, resilience, and facing mortality. They aren't just words on a page, they're tools in your mental toolkit. Regularly revisit these concepts. Make them a part of your daily reflection. Ask yourself, how can I apply these principles right now? Second, small steps, huge impact. Don't try to become a Stoic master overnight. That's a recipe for burnout. Start small. Choose one area of your life where you want to apply Stoic principles. Maybe it's your reaction to stressful emails, or your patience with your colleagues, or your ability to appreciate the simple things. Focus on that one area and consciously apply Stoic wisdom. As you succeed, expand your focus. Third, practice daily. Set aside just a few minutes each day for Stoic practices. Journaling is a powerful tool. Write about your day, focusing on what you can control, how you responded to adversity, and what you're grateful for. Meditation can also work magic. Use that time to reflect on a Stoic quote or principle. It centers you and helps you approach the day with intention. Fourth, embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. This is crucial. Don't shy away from difficult situations. See them as tests of your Stoic practice. Each challenge is an opportunity to practice resilience, patience, and emotional control. Remember, the blacksmith forges the strongest steel in the hottest fire. Fifth, find your tribe, connect with others who are interested in Stoicism, share your struggles, successes, and insights. Online forums and local philosophy groups are great starting points. Learning and growing with like-minded individuals can provide support and accountability. Finally, commit to lifelong learning. Stoicism is not a destination, it's a journey. Keep reading, keep reflecting, and keep practicing. The more you engage with Stoic principles, the more deeply they will become ingrained in your character, and the more powerful your life can become. This isn't the end, my friends. This is the beginning. Step out there and show the world the incredible force that a wise, resilient, and purpose-driven human being can be. You've got this. Keep striving and never stop blossoming. You this.